You feel fine, no pain, no dizziness. Everything seems normal. But what if I told you your blood pressure could be rising right now, and you wouldn't even know it? That's the scary part about high blood pressure. It creeps in silently, builds over time, and suddenly, your heart is at risk. And the worst part? It might be your daily habits, the things you think are harmless, that are actually raising it every single day. Today, we're revealing the hidden lifestyle traps that could be damaging your heart without warning. So stay with me. This might just save your heart before it's too late. High blood pressure, or hypertension, happens when the force of your blood against the artery walls stays too high for too long. Over time, it strains your heart, damages your vessels, and increases your risk of heart attacks and strokes. But the danger? It usually has no symptoms. That's why it's called the silent killer. You won't feel it, not until serious damage is already done. And here's the truth most people overlook. It's not just genetics or age. Your everyday habits play a massive role in raising or lowering your blood pressure. And today, we're going to expose the ones doing the most hidden harm. Habit 1. Sitting too long. Let's start with something most of us are guilty of: sitting for hours at a time. Whether it's working at a desk, binge-watching shows, or scrolling on your phone, too much sitting does more damage than you think. When you sit for long periods, your blood flow slows down, especially to your lower body. This forces your heart to work harder to circulate blood, which can cause your blood pressure to rise gradually over time. And no, hitting the gym once a day won't completely undo 8 hours of sitting. Studies have shown that even people who exercise regularly still face increased risk if they sit too long without breaks. So what can you do? It's simple. Every 30 minutes, stand up, stretch your legs, or walk around for just 1-2 minutes. You could do a quick lap around the room, refill your water, or just march in place. It's a small habit, but it tells your body to keep your circulation strong and your blood pressure stable. Habit 2. Skipping breakfast. You might think skipping breakfast is no big deal, or even a good way to cut calories. But missing that first meal can quietly mess with your blood pressure. Here's why. When you wake up, your body is already in a light state of stress after fasting overnight. If you skip breakfast, your body releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline to keep you going. And guess what those hormones do? They cause your heart rate to rise and your blood pressure to spike. It's like starting your day in fight or flight mode without even realizing it. And over time, that constant pressure builds up, putting stress on your heart and arteries. So here's your fix. Start your morning with a heart-healthy meal. Think simple: a bowl of oatmeal, a banana with peanut butter, or scrambled eggs with avocado. It doesn't need to be fancy, just consistent. Your heart will thank you for it. Habit 3. High caffeine intake. We all love that morning cup of coffee, but when it turns into 3 or 5, or an afternoon energy drink, that's where the trouble starts. Caffeine stimulates your nervous system, giving you that temporary burst of energy and alertness. But it also causes your heart to beat faster and your blood vessels to tighten, which means your blood pressure shoots up. For someone already dealing with hypertension, this can quietly push your numbers even higher. And here's the tricky part. Caffeine's effects can last hours, especially if you're sensitive. That afternoon espresso, it could still be working against your heart at bedtime. So what's the better move? Stick to 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day, preferably in the morning. Avoid energy drinks altogether. They're packed with caffeine and sugar. And hydrate more. Water helps balance your system and keeps your blood flowing smoothly. Your body and your heart run better on calm, steady energy, not constant spikes. Habit 4. Poor sleep schedule. You might think staying up late is harmless. Just one more episode, one more scroll. But your heart doesn't see it that way. Sleep is when your body resets, and when your blood pressure naturally dips. But if you're constantly going to bed at different times, or sleeping less than 6 hours. Your body stays in a stressed state, even while you sleep. That means your blood pressure doesn't get a break. It stays high through the night, and even higher in the morning. Over time, poor sleep becomes a hidden fuel for hypertension, slowly wearing down your heart and blood vessels. So what's the fix? Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of good sleep every night. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Dim the lights, and give your body the signal to slow down. Your heart works hard all day. It deserves real rest at night. Habit 5. Scrolling before bed. Stress triggers. It feels harmless. Just a little phone time before bed. But behind that screen is a flood of blue light, bad news, and endless noise that overstimulates your brain and your heart. Your body thinks it needs to stay alert. Your nervous system stays activated, and instead of easing into rest, your heart keeps pumping, like it's still in the middle of a stressful day. The result? Poor sleep, elevated blood pressure overnight, and a racing heart by morning. And if you're checking emails, doom-scrolling news, or overthinking your to-do list, it only adds fuel to the fire. So here's what to do. Power down your screens at least 1 hour before bed. Swap it for something calming, a short walk, soft music, light stretching, or reading something peaceful. Let your mind unwind and give your heart the peace it needs to recover. A rested heart is a stronger heart. So, how many of these habits are part of your daily routine? Even changing just one can make a big difference for your heart. Let me know in the comments, which habit will you start working on today? And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to protect their heart too. Because your blood pressure may be silent, but the changes you make, they speak volumes.